Hi, Richard Cole again. Rich is talking. I usually don't do a podcast this quickly after the one I released yesterday, but I'm going to be busy the next few days and a few things I wanted to talk about because there's important things going on right now. One of them is the debate that's going on tomorrow night between Trump and Biden. It's interesting. The format is the way that Biden wants it. It's the only way he would do the debate. So Trump agreed to everything. There's no audience. It's done by CNN. They stand on the stage and with a microphone, and if the mic is off for the person who's not speaking, when that person's finished, they shut his mic off and turn on for the other person. Sounds like a boring way to do it. But also, what I hate about these debates, the moderators ask stupid questions. They're not very good at getting to the issues. So we'll see how it goes. Is it going to be fair? CNN, who's very much left-oriented, and is Jake Tapper a good one to be the moderator? Well, take a look at this.
Of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. This time given life by former president and current Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump. I mean, who needs Pravda? You have Donald Trump right there repeating Russian propaganda.
He did try to kill democracy once, and he's going to try to do it again.
So that's who they have doing the debate for CNN. We'll see how it goes. Another subject is in the New York area. I forget what district. This guy Bowman lost his primary race against another Democrat. This is the idiot that pulled the fire alarm in Congress and caused the Capitol to be evacuated because he was delaying a vote taking place in the House. He didn't admit that. He said he accidentally opened the wrong door. Well, he knew his way around the building. So everyone knows what he was doing. Plus, they had a security video showing him reaching for the alarm and pulling it. This guy used to be a high school principal. So this is how they teach children how to behave when they grow up. So glad he's out of there. He also was a Hamas supporter against Israel. The gentleman who won was a wealthy Jewish businessman, and he's moderate, according to them. I don't know who he is, but that's how they describe him. But it's good to see somebody like that knock them out. I don't think we'll ever get a Republican in that area. It's a very heavy Democrat, but it sounds like we have a better Democrat than normal. So if you don't mind, I'll look at my notes here. A couple of things I want to talk about. There's a lot of talk about the Republicans being against funding Ukraine, the Ukrainian war. And I'm a Republican, but I really think the best way to fight Russia is to supply Ukraine and let them fight for us. So it makes no sense why we wouldn't support them. It's going to be a lot more costly if we have to get in the war ourselves, and it'll cost us more money, but also it'll cost us lives, which are priceless. So I think the Republicans should start supporting Ukraine. One of the reasons they are fighting these bills is that the Congress isn't putting enough money into the border security on our southern border, and we need to do that. I would rather see us take money away from funding for this climate change hoax that's going on, and pushing for electric cars, whatever money's going into that, and put it down to the border security instead. It's another thing. Forcing people to get electric cars is stupid. The change to electric cars would come about on its own. You don't need the government telling you when to do it. The government didn't come out and tell Henry Ford to invent an automobile, and then didn't come out and tell him to invent mass production. It just happened on its own. These smart people figure these things out. The government is always too dumb to do it. Finally, One other thing that really fits into yesterday's podcast on Biden's diversity. This is Mayorkas, who's in charge of the border situation, and here he's questioned by ABC News as to how the border is. Is it closed or open? What's going on? Watch this.
Joining me now is the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas. Good morning, Mr. Secretary. I want to start right there. We heard the sheriff say it, the governor say it, and the migrants I spoke to say it. They are coming across because they believe they will be welcomed under the Biden administration. You said yourself 3 weeks ago, we're not saying don't come, we're saying don't come now. President Biden had a stronger message later, but the messages are mixed at best, Mr. Secretary.
Martha, good morning. The message is quite clear. Do not come. The border is closed. The border is secure.
So the border is closed. So what is this?
And so while the politicians spoke of solutions along the border fence, the people continue to gather. This is a part of the US southern border where former President Trump's wall has been built. But as Sky News has seen this past year, the controversial fence doesn't stretch the length of the border, not nearly. And so, of course, those who are pushed from poverty and pulled to hope will continue to come and pass. Remember, Donald Trump is the Republican Party's frontrunner for president this coming year. And so images like these are a gift for him.
But this is going to be a major issue for the election this year because they reversed a lot of what Trump had in place, a lot of ways of handling the border crisis. And it was horrible what they did. It has increased the number of people coming over. They think that Biden is inviting them to come over. They just don't understand it. So having Trump in there again will probably scare them off. Plus he will negotiate a deal with Mexico like he did before. So anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hope you enjoy my podcasts. Bye for now.